with a crack of static. A wall of unimaginable pain and suffering sang out from every communication hub in the subsector. Even those not linked to any sort of transmission frequency at the time could hear the siren cry. As if it were right beside them. On the capital world of Indalia 3, however, those who dwelt there were racked with pain by the call for what seemed like an eternity. Then, almost as suddenly as it had arrived, the screams stopped. Deep beneath the crust of Indalia 3, she stirred. Finally swinging her lower appendages from the place of rest. She stood balanced on the flexible lower limbs that she strode on. The great orb that hung above her head began to glow ever brighter, igniting in intensity as she fully awoke. Queen Kaba Indalia, last of a prestigious line, flayer of beasts, bearer of the last light, the Crimson Queen. In her absence, many foul beasts had taken up residence in her family's ancestral home. Interestingly enough, even that of a rival dynasty that had occupied one of her favored hunting grounds. Her fury would be swift, their death slow, their flesh to be added to the great tapestry of the Queen's regalia, as they were flayed alive. Kaba Indalia would not stand for poachers on her land. She followed the noise of explosions and screams, coming upon the hapless orc war party laying waste to the habitation quadrant. She simply pointed her family's great cleaver, the edge of ruin, towards a massive pile of meat, striding about.
Carve their flesh, for your hunger is unending. Drink their blood, for your thirst is unquenched. Go now, hunt down all of those pitiful creatures, so that we may have enough bounty to all transcend.
A great slaughter ensued thereafter, with more orcs joining the fray as the fighting grew in savagery. After 2 days of relentless fighting, the orcs decided to move on to a different part of the massive hive city.
This ain't fun!
Drawn by another good scrap that was apparently forming. After the massacre, the Queen oversaw the reaping of their grim harvest. Anaku, the butcher, known throughout the kingdom for his skill with flensing flesh from bone, made short work of the hordes. Shadows of swooping vultures were seen overhead, diving down to collect the choicest bits of material. A great feast was had in the halls of the grim keep, where she and her subjects gorged themselves. Their blood would fill every goblet. Their bellies would be filled from the great hunt that would soon begin.
Long as they bleed, I'm happy. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Time to show me, lovely gob. Here's a fat tree coming up.